Toyota's hybrid technology has long been considered one of the most reliable and efficient powertrain systems ever built. For more than 2 decades, Toyota hybrids have earned a reputation for durability, fuel efficiency, and long-term dependability. Millions of drivers around the world trust Toyota's hybrid systems every day, especially those equipped with the well-known 2.5-liter hybrid engine. This engine powers some of Toyota's most popular vehicles, including the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid, Toyota Camry Hybrid, Toyota Highlander Hybrid, and several Lexus hybrid models. The 2.5-liter hybrid system delivers impressive fuel economy, while maintaining smooth performance and low emissions. However, recent discussions among mechanics, engineers, and hybrid specialists suggest that owners should pay close attention to several emerging issues related to this engine. While the Toyota 2.5 hybrid remains one of the most advanced and efficient hybrid systems on the market, there are warning signs and maintenance concerns that every owner should understand. If you own a vehicle with this powertrain, knowing these potential risks could save you thousands of dollars in repairs and prevent serious long-term damage. Let's take a closer look at what experts are saying and why paying attention now could make all the difference. So, the Toyota 2.5-liter hybrid system is built around a naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that's paired with an electric motor and a hybrid battery pack. Toyota calls this setup the dynamic force hybrid system, and honestly, it represents a major advancement over previous generations of hybrid technology. The gasoline engine operates using the Atkinson cycle, which really prioritizes efficiency over raw power. Combined with an electric motor and a sophisticated power control unit, the system can seamlessly switch between gasoline power, electric power, or even a combination of both. This allows vehicles equipped with the 2.5 hybrid system to achieve fuel economy figures that often exceed 40 miles per gallon, even in larger vehicles like the RAV4 and Highlander. Automotive engineers frequently praise this system for its high thermal efficiency, which actually exceeds 40% in many cases. That number is extremely impressive for a gasoline engine. Hybrid specialist David Coleman explains that Toyota's 2.5 hybrid platform represents one of the most efficient internal combustion engines ever mass-produced. But efficiency sometimes comes with complexity, and complexity can introduce new challenges over time. One of the most important but often overlooked components of any hybrid system is its cooling system. Hybrid vehicles rely on multiple cooling circuits to keep different components operating within safe temperature ranges. The gasoline engine, electric motors, power electronics, and hybrid battery all generate heat during operation. If any of these components begin to overheat, the entire system can be affected. Some technicians have reported that certain Toyota 2.5 hybrid models may develop cooling system problems if maintenance is neglected. Over time, coolant passages can accumulate debris or scale, especially in vehicles that experience heavy stop-and-go driving or high temperatures. Hybrid technician Marcus Rivera warns that hybrid cooling systems must remain extremely clean. The cooling circuits in hybrid systems are, more sensitive than those in traditional engines. If coolant flow is restricted, the power electronics and inverter can overheat quickly. While this issue is not widespread, it really highlights the importance of regular coolant maintenance and inspection. Ignoring cooling system problems could eventually lead to inverter damage or even hybrid system shutdowns. Another critical component in Toyota's hybrid system is the inverter and power control unit. This system converts direct current from the hybrid battery into alternating current that can power the electric motors. It also manages the flow of energy between the engine, battery, and wheels. In simple terms, the inverter acts as the brain of the hybrid system. If it fails, the entire vehicle can just stop functioning. Earlier Toyota hybrid models experienced inverter-related recalls. While Toyota significantly improved the design in newer generations, experts say owners should still monitor this component carefully. Hybrid engineer Kenji Takahashi explains that inverter reliability depends heavily on thermal management. The inverter contains high-voltage electronics that generate heat. If cooling efficiency drops, the inverter can experience thermal stress, which may shorten its lifespan. Fortunately, Toyota has implemented multiple safety systems that warn drivers if inverter temperatures begin rising beyond normal limits. However, early detection remains essential. One of the biggest concerns many owners have about hybrid vehicles involves battery life. Toyota's 2.5 hybrid system typically uses nickel metal hydride or lithium-ion battery packs, depending on the model and trim level. These batteries are designed to last many years, often exceeding 150,000 miles under normal driving conditions. But hybrid batteries are not immune to wear. Battery degradation happens slowly over time as the chemical cells age and go through repeated cycles of charging and discharging. Hybrid battery expert Dr. Samuel Ortega points out that temperature management is, honestly, a major factor in how long a battery will last. Heat is definitely the biggest enemy when it comes to hybrid battery systems. Vehicles that are driven in hot climates, or under heavy loads, might see faster battery degradation, especially if the cooling systems aren't working properly. Toyota has equipped their hybrids with pretty sophisticated battery cooling systems that pull air through the battery pack to help keep temperatures in check. But, if dust builds up or if those cooling vents get blocked, the system just can't work as efficiently. Simple maintenance, like making sure the battery cooling vents are clean, can actually go a long way toward extending the life of your battery. Another issue that sometimes comes up among mechanics is oil consumption in some 2.5-liter engines. This isn't just a problem for hybrids, it's been seen in certain vehicles that use the same dynamic force engine design. Most of the time, though, the issue is minor, and only shows up gradually after the car has racked up a lot of miles. Modern engines, as explained by automotive engineer Lisa Morgan, are built with, tighter tolerances and use lower friction components to boost efficiency. While this kind of design really helps with fuel economy, it can sometimes mean you'll notice a bit more oil consumption as the engine racks up the miles. The most important thing here is regular oil monitoring. Owners should make a habit of checking oil levels periodically and stick to the recommended service intervals. Letting those oil levels drop too low could unfortunately cause premature engine wear. Another part that honestly deserves some attention is the engine's water pump. Even with all the advancements, hybrid vehicles still rely on some conventional mechanical systems, and the water pump is still crucial for, circulating coolant through the engine block. Over time, the seals and bearings inside the water pump can wear out, and when that happens, you might start to see coolant leaks develop. If a leak, goes unnoticed, the engine could actually start overheating. Experienced hybrid technician Jorge Alvarez points out that the water pump should always be inspected during routine maintenance. Even a small coolant leak might seem pretty harmless at first, but over time, it can really lead to some serious overheating issues. The good news is, replacing a water pump is, thankfully, relatively inexpensive compared to other hybrid system components. Modern hybrid vehicles these days really depend on software to manage all their complex systems. Toyota, for example, regularly puts out software updates that, improve efficiency, performance, and reliability. These updates can